haven't uploaded in almost a year. A lot has happened since then. Wow. I should probably fix that. When I say that a lot has happened, I mean like a lot has happened. For starters, I don't live in Washington anymore. In fact, I don't even live on the West Coast anymore. I've moved to North Dakota, which is almost as cold as Alaska was, and a lot windier. So the net result is about the same. I don't go to Central Washington University anymore either, which should be obvious based on the fact that I'm not in Washington anymore. I'm just going to sum that all up real quick because I got to go in just a little bit. Central was not working out in so many ways. In fact, pretty much the only way that it was working out at all towards the end was I had made a couple of friends who showed up in some of my videos there. And I'm still friends with them. But other than literally those people and the English teacher, everything else at that school was pretty terrible. It was really bad. So now I am on the third university of my life because I did a couple classes at UAA when I was in high school. And now I'm at UND in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Fridays I have math class. I'm just doing a algebra prep class, I think is what they called it. The last time I had a real math class was about 6 years ago, so I was like, do I want to try and test out, or do I want to actually, do it and have the review? Because you have to do at least one math course in college for some reason. So I'm doing that. But the bus picks me up at my stop right on the hour, drops me off here between 10 and 15 after, and my class is just right here at 11. And the bus picked me up at 10. So I got a bit. I'm probably going to go to the coffee shop or something. That's the plan. Alright, classes are done. Homework is mostly done. I just finished shopping for a few things at Walmart because I'm going to try tonight to make this breakfast casserole thing that I saw that's keto friendly, and I'm trying to do the keto diet. Failing, but trying. So I had to pick up a few things for that, and now I'm headed back to the bus stop and on my way home. Okay, so it's pretty late, but I wanted to try making this breakfast casserole thing that I saw online, and we got a bunch of cooking stuff for me when I moved in, so I have a bunch of cooking stuff to use, and I want to use it, and I saw this recipe for this keto-friendly breakfast casserole, and it looked really good, and we're going to try making it. So here's everything I'm going to use for this recipe. I've got 1 white onion, 1 green pepper, a bundle of asparagus, green onions, a quart of heavy whipping cream, 2 pounds of Italian sausage, and a whole bunch of pre-shredded mozzarella cheese. This isn't exactly what the recipe called for, but I couldn't find everything that was in it. Like, for example, I'm using green onions instead of parsley. I'm using green onions instead of parsley because I don't like parsley and I do like green onions, and I have green onions and I don't have parsley. Other than that, I'm also using mozzarella cheese instead of shredded white cheddar cheese like they recommended, or like is in the original recipe. But I couldn't find shredded white cheddar, and I didn't want to shred my own, and that's expensive, and the mozzarella was super cheap, so I'm gonna go with that. Wish me luck. All right, so I have chopped up the onions and the green pepper. They look very delicious. Next is to start browning the sausage and the onions and green peppers at the same time in the same pan. So I am using setting 4 as per recommended by my buddies who are really good at cooking. And I'm just gonna put it all in there. As I was getting going, I just realized there's also a dozen eggs in this recipe. Yes, I know this is 18. I'm only using 12 of them. I don't have a dozen carton. Alright, now that this is all done mostly browning, we are going to go make the egg cream thing, that filling. I don't know what to call it, but it looked really good. Alright, so we're putting a dozen eggs in this bowl. Now, obviously, you have to crack the eggs. There we go. Much better. Now we're going to add 1 cup of the heavy whipping cream to the eggs, as well as a generous sprinkling of cheese. Probably like, I don't know, 2 handfuls. That's what it looks like in the video. And then wire whisk it all together. We're also going to add in a little bit of chopped green onions to give it some extra flavor. For the asparagus, we're going to cut off the bottom half or so. The bottom half can get a little woody, and we only want the nice, juicy, tender top half. Now with the top half, we're going to cut them into pieces that are maybe 1 inch to 2 inches long. They're going to line the inside of a bakeware thing. I think it's Corningware. I'm not sure. Now we add the sausage and onion and pepper scramble thing into this dish. Alright, sausage and vegetable mix is in. Now we add, got a runaway asparagus. There we go. Just spread it around a little bit so it covers everything nicely. You don't want to have a piece with no asparagus in it. That would just be a travesty. Alright, looks good. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to add this whole thing over the top. And I don't want to try and do this with one hand. That somehow fit almost perfectly into this pan. And I didn't check if all of the stuff would fit in the pan before I started cooking, so I was really worried that it might not fit. But it all fits. Last but not least, we're going to add another good sprinkling of cheese over the top to really, casserole-ify it, if that makes any sense. Put the lid on. And then we put it in the oven at 400 degrees for like 45 minutes, I think. Alright, this is what it looks like out of the oven. We're going to let it stand for about 10 minutes. But once this is cooled off, because it is very hot right now, I am going to get a nice cheese dribble shot for you guys and taste test it. I decided not to put the tomatoes and stuff on top and maybe just leave those on the side. It's time to do a taste test. the dish is still really hot, even though it's been out for like 30 minutes now. So I think that's a good thing, right? Ooh. It's super gooey, which is a good thing. Ooh. That looks really good. There's a little bit of juice in the bottom there. Oh, it's not very deep. All right, taste test time. That's really good. That's really good. I was thinking about doing it with hamburger instead of sausage, so it'd be a little less fatty. Ooh, that is good. I'm gonna have to make this again. The asparagus adds to the flavor. So do the green peppers and onions. It's really good. The top is especially gooey and cheesy. The inside is kind of like a scramble almost. And it's a really good one. I'm gonna have to tinker around with this recipe and try it with other stuff, like maybe include red peppers in it, and like include tomatoes in the mix-ins, maybe avocado. Does avocado bake well? I don't know. But this is really good. And this dish joins the clean plate club because holy cow, that was delicious. I'm gonna have to try that again and like tinker around with the recipe and stuff and make it even better, because that's really good and I like that. And now I've got like enough food for like, you know, the rest of the week. Oh well, that's a good thing. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing daily videos like I used to do or used to try to do, but at least for the time being, I'm gonna say this channel is alive and doing stuff again. We'll see how that fits in with school and work and everything, so yeah, make sure to subscribe, come back next time I upload. I guess hit the bell so you don't miss the next time I upload. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.